Hey, welcome back, guys, to Random Opening Challenge. New episode. It's a Saturday morning, New York time. We should have lots of opponents. Let's see what we get. 7. Believe that's high. And here we go. Let's see what we get with our first Joseki. I don't really want to do it both. I think I'll just attach this one. So 4-5 is actually one of the moves that I barely play. Don't really like this trick that much. As you can see, black can just Tanuki, and there's not that much you can do. I mean, you kind of still have to attach inside, so it's one of those like not so good tricks in my book. But yeah, so it's still a move. This is interesting, and I wonder if I can just block this, because we can actually block on top. So is this too aggressive? I was thinking of tarring that way. Huh. Now this doesn't feel like it should work. Yeah, but it's one of those things where, like, if I respond poorly, it's probably not good either. So I'm just gonna respond on the outside. If black plays here, we'll still block, and we'll just take the outside. It should be fine. And then I guess we'll approach to kind of indirectly fix this. So black's coming out right away. It seems a bit too early, right? Because I have already have the stone here. So what is black really going to get from this, right? We're just already going to be settled, and this group is just going to be here. And also, it can't really connect to the corner. So in all situations, it's not going to be that good. I want to try something like this, because I want to get the tiger's nose and I want to jump down. So if black pushes, we can jump now. Oh, interesting. So our opponent is being very aggressive here. Should we just take the middle? Yeah, I guess we'll take the middle instead of answering, if our opponent allows us. I think it should be fine. I need to reduce all the liberties now, because we have a cut here. So if we do get into the liberty race, we can't allow black to have too many in the middle. So I have to reduce all liberties. So I did tone down the Byoyomi, so hopefully it's not that big of a deal for you guys. Did see the comment that it was a little bit annoying, so hopefully it's a bit better now. I know some people like the Byoyomi, so kind of have a mixed bag here. So I think I could just net this though, right? Black cuts. Oh. So there's 4 liberties. Okay, we actually do have to fix now, because if black cuts, we Atari, black can push. And there's no way for us to get an extra liberty. Oh, that's annoying. Okay, we're gonna come back here. Not a big deal. We still got something in the middle, so just continue. Whatever, should be fine. I was kind of hoping that I can get a little more from it, but maybe I'll fix on the outside to make it easier for us to attack the middle. Black's probably gonna jump again, and I was actually thinking of just fixing if black jumps. I'm not really worried that black comes out here, because the left group is pretty strong. So I'm 1 weak group, black's 2. Not that worried. yeah, so I'm going to continue this fight here. I don't want my left side to get uncomfortable, so I decided to take that 2-space extension. It does kind of feel like I'm kind of taking multiple directions here, though. But I wanted to make sure that my groups are comfortable enough. So these senteis shouldn't be a big deal. I can just knights move and I'm more or less connected. Guess I should kind of jump the other way. Our opponent's being pretty aggressive, putting some pressure on my middle group. But you see, like, I'm already pretty much connected, so I think we're gonna go into the corner here. No, maybe should we just answer? Let's just answer because actually I can connect to the upper side too. So it's just a really nice territory here for us. Yep, even if I Tiger's Mouth, yeah, maybe I shouldn't Tiger's Mouth. Maybe I just Knight's move, something like that. Just Knight's move, get everything connected. There's no reason for us not to be happy. We're like 4th line territory on the right. So the only thing that we have to make sure is that the middle doesn't just get cut off. So I have to make sure that I can still connect. As long as black doesn't kill anything big, then I should be fine. Yeah, it didn't feel like there's any good way when I looked at this, because black is actually pretty weak over here. So yeah, I was pretty confident that we were all connected. We're actually getting, we're gonna snag some points here too. Should have gotten Sente here maybe. Well, black probably shouldn't save these anymore. Getting some points along the way is nice. Yeah, I don't want black to just take the left though. Maybe I should just capture him. That was a difficult decision there. Yeah, so black's trying to stay connected here. But actually in the middle, black barely has any value. So like you see, like black only has the top right. Like there's no points anywhere else, but white has the entire right side. So in terms of points, we're definitely just flying. We're just gonna answer everything, and well, it's just way ahead now. Just gonna monkey jump this, and then we're gonna Hane this. Oh, that's why black wanted those 3 stones. Okay. It just doesn't feel that big to me, this area, so gonna take some quick senteis to get the entire corner here. So black has to live still. Is this alive? I don't think that's alive. Then I can just block this. So actually the top right ended up dying, which is a bit unexpected given that we spent 3 moves in a row here, I guess. But yeah, so black probably saw something here that wasn't really going to work. I'm all connected to the corner, so this is not going to be Sente. Now, technically my corner's not alive, but black has to fight the Ko in order to threaten it, so there's like 0 chance that this is going to work. Yeah, I actually don't have to connect because I have an eye here and I have a Gote eye in the middle. So after Atari, I can just come back and kill the 2 stones. So there are less variations. I'm just going to answer everything here. I can just kill these stones so that there's no variations. I can just connect here. That might be better points. Yeah, I think that's actually better points. But yeah, totally irrelevant for this situation. Yeah, so for this game, black started a fight in a place where white was so strong. So the rest of the game was always going to be difficult for black. And that's sort of what what established our lead, and then we were able to carry it to the end. So this middle group was always really, really weak, and it was kind of hard to deal with. So that allowed white to just take a lot of points and just force black to spend more moves here. I mean, black ended up spending a lot of moves early, but if black didn't, eventually black would be either in danger or having to come back and spend more moves here anyway. But really, really nice. So let's see what opening we got next. And that would be 3-5. And a very fast game that we've started. I don't know. Excuse me. This is going to be interesting. It's already very interesting. I'm not gonna just go with it. I'm gonna just take something big first. Now, the natural reaction is probably to come out directly, but I'm gonna save that, and I'm gonna see what we'll have later, and we'll decide what to do after that. Yep. Okay. Interesting. So white is playing very flexibly. And I guess we have to deal with it accordingly. So just have to bump now. This is actually not a good situation to be, because white can net here. Yeah, this is kind of a bad situation. And I kind of have to escape this. So this is kind of all forced, but now my oh, wow. So white fixed that immediately. That means I get the first move here, which kind of feels good. Yeah, but I can't continue attacking really hard because I have to fix myself. That part is kind of annoying. But when white Hane, the shape is actually really poor. So I kind of have things turn around a little bit here. Wow, the direct cut. I'm gonna have to extend this. This is so big. So there is a connection here for white, but I have to increase my liberties here, otherwise I'll die with the throw in. So that's what I'm doing here. So if white answers yeah, because if I net if I'm reading this correctly, I should be okay. Because if white plays the inner push, I can turn. Yeah, I think I'm fine here. But white does have a Sente connect. And then we get the middle. If I Atari, white's going to Atari twice and block. But if I turn, there should be no way for white to reduce my liberty here. Yeah, so now I'm fine. That's actually a very close one. Needs a very careful reading here, because if I mess up here, I'm like totally done. And yeah, so now actually white doesn't even have a Sente connect because I can block. So it's actually a Gote life. So that means we're doing super well now. It's not even a Gote life. Why doesn't white live here? There's actually no way for white to kill that stone. It's a funny situation, but so this actually is totally dead. Yeah, we're gonna go for it. I don't see any way for white to make that second eye. What's the safer option? To block on the outside? Or yeah, I think it seems safer to just block on the outside. So there's just one Gote. Well, two Gote eyes, right? So there's one eye still. And there's no way to break out, so it's totally dead. Okay, fun. That was so quick. So we got in a bit of danger here because after that liberty shortage, we almost died, but we were able to use this move to get that Sente. If we net first, white's gonna throw in and attach, and then we'd be short on liberties because white can push and then Hane on the other side. So fun little Tsuji there. All right, let's see what we've got next. Have time for an extra game today. Mini Chinese. Let's do it. And we have an interesting mini Chinese setup here. The 3-3 point here. So Well, the problem here is that the stone is actually kind of heavy, so white invades, we can't really just sacrifice it and go into 3-3. So yeah, damn. So it does that. Okay, but I think we can still treat the stone lightly. So we're gonna jump up and try to develop a moyo here. What I really love about the openings that I chose for the random opening series is that a lot of the openings bring back a lot of nostalgia and kind of brings back a lot of the really good parts about Go in the old days, like all these Moyo style play, and it kind of just makes the game more interesting in my opinion. Nowadays, all the AI stuff, right? All the games look exactly the same. Like all the Josekis look the same. All the moves are so similar in the beginning of the game. Yeah, it just makes things a little bit dull. You know, it's all the same. So just see who has the better mid game. Which is fine. It's just there's so little change. It's all the same stuff. So white decided to counterattack us. I wanted to peep and attach. But white counterattack, so we kind of have to fight this now. We have a push and cut, but I think that's going to hurt our 3 stones. So I'm thinking of just pushing under a knight's move. But in that case, white also has a way to connect back that way. So actually, if I push under, maybe I can jump here. Let's try it. So if we push under, white fixes, we're going to jump here. If white plays on this side, then we still have a push. So at least we're threatening something over here. So hopefully that's going to be better than just connecting back under. So I'm going to jump this and threaten the white 2 stones. This is going to allow us to gain a little bit. Actually, we already gained from that exchange because now white can only diagonal back and the ice spacer is already a lot worse. I guess it's worth it to connect one more because locally white can't live and it's a ko. So after we connect back, oh, definitely white doesn't have liberties, right? It's like 6 versus 3, pretty much. Should I peep this first? Let's peep this first. And then we clamp. I mean, white can still make a ko, but it's like a 4-step ko or some stupid thing like that. Oh, but this is totally dead, right? This is totally dead. Okay, well, that's great because that's a nice big territory for us. We actually still have the diagonal sente, so we can still live our group. Actually, the push here is also sente. So just continue here then. Yeah, because we're 2 liberties ahead here in the corner, which means we're allowed to get at least one of these sentes. Right, so I can get the second line sente or I can get the middle sente. Okay, which makes sense. That's why white is playing the jump, because if I push, white's gonna hane. Okay, that's fine. Maybe I should still push though and make white into a bad shape. Yeah, I don't want white to just directly connect there. So after I extend here, I'm going to threaten to go out. And I should be able to live pretty comfortably here. I also have the Atari, and then block. This doesn't benefit white. Actually, after that, white actually does feel pretty dangerous. I wonder if that's something I should do early because I can... I almost kill white here or something. I should be fine with just escaping here. Yep, the jump definitely kills our eye space, so we're not going to think about living anymore. We're just going to think about getting out. Gonna cut here first because that's gonna benefit us for the future. I'm thinking of directly wedging on the right side. Yeah, it seems a little bit it seems a little bit better than wedging on the left. It's still hard for white to fix, and I also have the push in the middle. So it's going to allow us to have a better shape on the right side after we connect. Kind of thinking way into the future here. White extends up, we just connect. White's going to be in some trouble on the right. I think probably the best move for white would be just to Qatari this way, allow us to wedge, white captures, and then allow us to kill the 3 stones. But in that case, we also have achieved our goal here. Then we're also gonna just kill the 3 stones. What? White wants to save them. So something should die here when I connect. Because if black cuts there's another cut here, so the 3 stones are in danger, but then white can't really block then, because when black cuts, white has a fix, then there's a cut in the middle here. So here, there's already something that's going to die. Yep. If you look at the lower side, we're supposed to have an even result, right? Because 1 stone, 1 stone. But it feels like white's completely getting destroyed on the bottom. The lower right's dead, the lower left is also dead. And the middle is not even captured. So no doubt black is... way ahead at this point. And this Hane actually doesn't work because black can cut. Okay, we'll just connect this. Not a big deal here. There is a jump in, so block is a pretty big territory move, but it's just it's sort of end game because it doesn't affect the larger board at this point. So we're gonna come back later. We're gonna keep an eye on that and come back later. This is the sort of lead where we can just keep extending our stones and we should be able to win. Something like that. No, that makes sense. White wants to start a fight here. But this extension doesn't feel like it should work. Or maybe it does, but I'm not... Yeah, this shouldn't work because white Hanes, we can just Hane back. And there's still a cut here. Yep, now there's too many places that are, wow. This is totally not, not good for white. So now white has to fix the left. So we're gonna cut this, and actually the corner's alive because whenever we want, we can just throw in Atari, and then live. So I guess we cut this and we just capture this. No, we can just push. Oh, I guess white has Atari then. If white extends, we can actually just push. Okay, sure. This is actually really good for black. The middle is what we want anyway, and white hasn't even taken the corner yet. White needs another move there. I'm going to just turn first, see what white does. I can still have a throw-in and Atari. So there's still a bunch of liberty issues that white needs to deal with later on. We're kind of just maximizing our benefits from that dying stone there. Yeah, well, I think white's going to have some problems because the liberties of our stones, we have so many liberties. White has to fix. I guess we have to show them now since they didn't fix. I just have to descend here and white has to fix, right? So then we just continue. I guess we can play whatever we want because we have so many liberties. We've got like a million liberties here because we have 3 hidden on the top. And then the haunting connect is 1, right? So it's 1, 3, that's 4, plus 5. So it's 5 liberties there. But white has only like 4 now. And it's actually our turn. So there is a chance that white's already dead here, but we're just gonna finish it off. I think in this game, white is playing very aggressively, but they're not really careful about the type of shapes that they're making. So in the end, what's happening is that the poor shapes are very hard to fight because they have so many weaknesses, and we can see that in this game how we exploited them, right? This one had some weaknesses that we were able to just kill the corner, right? And then the middle also, we were able to exploit the jump weakness that white made. So we were able to take advantage of all of those things and take advantage and take over the fights pretty much entirely. Great, so that was fun. And let's see what we got next. For the next episode, we're going to start with 335 again. Okay. So now, if you haven't noticed, we are releasing the videos on a regular schedule. So if you want, you can join our channel to become a member to support us and be able to see the videos early and also have access to all of our previous membership lecture videos. So thank you so much for watching again. It's Ryan here, and I'll see you next time.